Coronation Street viewers are in for a tense week ahead as dramatic events continue to unfold. Upcoming episodes of the ITV soap feature a major twist involving Gary Windus and Sarah Platt, whose suspicious behavior has attracted attention ever since Theo Silverton's shocking murder. Theo lost his life earlier this year in a gripping mystery storyline, and the identity of the killer remains unknown. Several residents are still under suspicion, including Todd Grimshaw, George Shuttleworth, Gary Windus, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, and Danielle Silverton. Elsewhere, audiences will receive an important update regarding Sam Blakeman after his frightening psychotic episode resulted in a hospital stay. Sam has been struggling emotionally since learning that teacher Megan Walsh had been grooming his friend Will Driscoll and engaging in an inappropriate relationship with him. New spoilers reveal a significant development involving Gary and Sarah, leaving Maria Connor deeply upset. During the week, Maria notices the pair sharing an embrace, leading Gary to insist that all messages between them must be erased. Soon afterwards, a devastated Maria opens up to Fizz and Izzy, admitting she fears Gary is having an affair with Sarah. However, she remains uncertain whether she can find proof to support her suspicions. The next day, Todd informs Sarah that Maria believes there may be something romantic going on between her and Gary. This leaves Sarah facing a difficult decision about whether to reveal the truth behind the secret she and Gary have been protecting. Meanwhile, Maria approaches Gary and insists they need a serious discussion. Attempting to remain calm, Gary suggests meeting later for a curry so they can talk things through properly. As the week progresses, Gary surprises everyone by announcing he has organized a family holiday. While Izzy, Jake, and Liam are thrilled by the news, Maria continues to question his motives. Later, Maria confides in Izzy that she suspects Gary's sudden generosity is driven by guilt over his alleged involvement with Sarah. At the same time, Sarah's relationship with Kit Green reaches an important stage. Kit tells Bethany that he has been thinking seriously about asking Sarah to marry him. Later in the week, Harry admits that he enjoys having Kit around, prompting Kit to reassure him that the feeling is mutual. By the end of the week, Kit is seen admiring an engagement ring he has purchased for Sarah. Elsewhere, Nick faces an emotional ordeal while waiting for updates about his son. He confronts Ben Driscoll and Eva Price, blaming Megan's upcoming court case for the difficulties Sam is experiencing. Eva attempts to calm the situation by assuring Ben that Sam's involvement in the case will not be required and that Will can handle the proceedings himself. As events continue, Nick becomes heartbroken after discovering just how much pain Sam has been carrying. Overcome with frustration, he lashes out at Ben for failing to recognize Megan's behavior sooner, believing it could have spared Sam considerable suffering. Towards the end of the week, Sam tells Nick that he wants to meet Roy following the disturbing incident at the café, setting the stage for another emotional chapter. Toya left shocked as Nick breaks down in new Coronation Street spoiler. Sam was the first person to uncover the dark truth about Megan Walsh. Behind her friendly and caring teacher persona hid a manipulative predator who had been secretly abusing Will Driscoll for a considerable period of time. As Sam gradually connected the clues, he realized the horrifying reality of what was happening. Determined to expose her actions, he became a serious threat to Megan's carefully protected secret. Megan responded ruthlessly. Not only was she determined to silence Sam, but she also wanted revenge for his attempts to challenge her. After discovering that Sam had hidden a camera inside her apartment, she cleverly staged a scene to make it appear as though she was rejecting Will's advances. When she caught Sam trying to retrieve the device, Megan confronted him with chilling confidence. She threatened to publicly accuse him of being a voyeur, knowing such allegations could destroy his reputation. Understanding exactly where he was most vulnerable, Megan then targeted his education. She manipulated circumstances to damage both his academic performance and his confidence in the classroom. As Sam watched his achievements begin to crumble, he became desperate to regain control. Hoping to improve his concentration and restore his grades, he started misusing ADHD medication. The decision had devastating consequences, eventually causing him to collapse and require emergency medical treatment. Even while Sam lay in a hospital bed, Megan continued her campaign of intimidation. She visited him and issued further threats, warning him to remain silent if he wanted to avoid even greater suffering. However, Megan made a critical error when her behavior was witnessed by Leanne Battersby. Concerned by what she saw, Leanne eventually persuaded Sam to reveal everything that had happened. Although Megan's lies and manipulation were finally beginning to unravel, the emotional harm inflicted on Sam had already taken a severe toll. His growing belief that people were plotting against him became increasingly overwhelming. Much of his fear focused on Will and Daniel Osborne, whom Megan had used as part of her deception. Before long, Sam began experiencing disturbing auditory and visual hallucinations. He frequently imagined Will threatening him, while another frightening figure soon emerged in his mind, a sinister version of Roy Cropper. Unlike the gentle and supportive Roy who had always been a trusted friend, this hallucinated version was dark, unsettling, and constantly convinced that danger was everywhere. The situation reached a crisis point when Sam struggled to distinguish between reality and illusion. After encountering both the real Roy and the terrifying version created by his mind, he lashed out before running away. Coronation Street's Maria reaches heartbreaking verdict about Gary. Maria Connor faces an emotional struggle next week as growing doubts leave her questioning the future of her marriage. What begins as a routine salon visit for Izzy Armstrong quickly turns into an unexpected heart-to-heart when Maria opens up about her personal worries. In upcoming episodes, Maria continues pressing Gary Windass for answers, convinced he is hiding something important from her. She is certain that Sarah Platt is somehow involved, having noticed the pair behaving suspiciously and spending time together in secret. Gary repeatedly denies that anything inappropriate is happening and attempts to shift Maria's focus elsewhere. In an effort to lift spirits, he surprises the family by arranging a holiday getaway for everyone. While Liam, Jake, and Izzy are delighted by the news, Maria remains unconvinced. Rather than reassuring her, Gary's sudden generosity only strengthens her belief that he is covering up something serious. During a private conversation with Izzy, Maria shares her concerns and admits she cannot ignore the warning signs any longer. She points out that Gary's recent behavior feels unusual and suggests that the holiday may be motivated by guilt rather than kindness. As Izzy listens, Maria explains that Sarah has also been acting differently around her, adding to her growing unease. Although Izzy struggles to believe Gary would betray his marriage, Maria is determined to uncover the truth for herself. Ever since Theo Silverton's death, Gary and Sarah have found themselves increasingly connected, though the exact reason for their secretive behavior remains unknown. Their actions have raised questions among those around them, leaving many wondering what they are trying to hide. Gary remains one of the key figures linked to the ongoing murder investigation. Recent scenes revealed him standing over Theo's body on the night of the killing, further deepening the mystery surrounding his involvement. Meanwhile, speculation continues over whether Sarah could be protecting Gary from the truth coming to light. If she is keeping secrets on his behalf, it could eventually place serious strain on her relationship with Kit Green. With Maria's suspicions growing stronger and the murder mystery far from solved, tensions are set to rise dramatically in the weeks ahead.